Okay, open a file. You just open a file. Okay. These are modify commandments where if you need to do quite a few things, we're going to give you some examples. So over here we've got your three main modify commandments where I need to clean that up. So I would use the modify commandment to speed it up. It doesn't always work nicely when there's bigger and smaller lines, but it can sometimes work. You get your wall elbow crossing where you change them. So you don't have to do it all at once. You can just, if you've got multiple ones that you want to do, you can do that. If you've got your cross, you can also do your cross, but if the lines are not lined up, they don't always work nicely. Yeah, your T, you select your T, it cleans it up nicely for you. In this case, there's something wrong, so you just use your cutting elbow. Okay, but yes, there's to work faster, and then there's Y's. There's quite a few functions here you can choose from. And then of course you got your snap, so your trimming functions. So you can trim two lines. So if you want to trim two lines, you can trim like that. But of course that has that effect, so that's why we would use that function. If that doesn't work, delete. Okay. The next one is to pull the lines. You can pull your lines down. This is obviously also on the fast screen, but the trimming is very important there. Alright, the next is divide with lines. So now we're in a situation where we need to add 4 lines in here because we need to do a staircase. So what we need to do is, let's say that there's 2.4 and we need 10 stairs. They all need to be 240 mils. What we would do is we would select that. So yeah, we would select of between 2 lines. We would say we need 10, and it'll do 10 construction lines, and then you can put them in. Okay. The other function is, if you don't have a line, you can use it just with 2 points, and you can add 10 construction lines, and then you can just add your stairs in. Bam, bam. If you see what I mean. Okay. Alright. So let's remove the construction lines, and then offset. So yeah, I would typically do inside points where I would basically need to add a window. So typically if I'm going to do a window and I don't like the look of the window, I'd go to my window function, choose a window, and then inside here I would offset it. So let's go to my offset button, and I want it to be 20 mils and 10 mils. Select 2, and then your window looks pretty. Okay.